Tuesday, July 11th, and this is your coffee break on the HAN Network. I'm Kate Czaplinski with the latest local news, including a violent assault in Trumbull and a man arrested for leaving his children in a car at the Milford Mall. Kevin Coleman is in for Frank Granito with a look at your forecast and later on a Nutmeg sports update, and Donald Ang will join us later to take a look back on this date in history. But first, a longtime custodian at Samuel Staples Elementary School in Easton has been arrested on child pornography charges. Derby police charged 49-year-old David Habetz of Derby on June 22nd with illegal possession of child pornography in the first degree. Now, Habetz was released on a $15,000 bond and is scheduled to appear in court August 1st. Now, Derby police notified the Easton Department, according to Easton Police Chief Tim Shaw. Easton Detective Kent Lyman worked with Superintendent Dr. Thomas McMorrin and Principal Kim Santora Fox, and they supplied everything the detective needed. McMorrin fired Habetz back in March after learning of the investigation. Superintendent McMorrin said to the Easton Courier, "I find this matter to be deeply disturbing, as I'm sure all members of the public do." You can get more on that story at eastoncourier.com. And in other news, a Trumbull man is in custody on multiple charges following what police described as a violent sexual assault that took place in a Trumbull home during the overnight hours of July 8th through 9th. 43-year-old Richard Gray faces strangulation and assault charges, as well as interfering with a 911 call. According to police, a female reported to investigators that Gray was angry at her and had been drinking that evening. Gray later confronted the woman and forcefully placed her in a headlock, held her head down by her neck, and threatened to hit her with a bottle, she said. At one point, the woman said she broke free and tried to call 911, but Gray threw her phone and broke it. Gray then picked her up and threw her into another room where he sexually assaulted her, police said. After the attack, the woman waited for an opportunity to leave the house, and once safe, she called police. The woman was taken to a local hospital for treatment, and Gray is currently being held on a $250,000 bond, and he will appear in court today. And in other news, police arrested a Trumbull man July 8th and charged him with leaving 3 children alone in a car at the Connecticut Post Mall in Milford. On July 8th, Milford police went to the mall after receiving a report of unsupervised children in a car. Police then arrested 33-year-old Devin Brown of Trumbull, whom police said left 3 children, ages 10, 6, and 22 months alone, locked in a running vehicle for about 20 minutes while he went inside the mall. Police also said there were 2 active warrants for Brown's arrest for failure to appear in court in response to 2 motor vehicle arrests in Trumbull on April 17th and on May 6th. Bond was set at $1,500, and Brown is scheduled to appear in court on August 1st. Now, in other news, in New Canaan, a truck carrying dirt was overturned at a construction site at 353 Millport Avenue. The front windshield was broken, which appeared to be where the driver was removed. People at the scene said no one was injured, and soon after, construction workers were back at work. You can get more on that story at ncadvertiser.com. And the first light pole was installed at Darien High School Stadium on Monday. At the June 20th Board of Education meeting, Superintendent Dr. Dan Brenner informed the board that construction on the stadium at DHS, including the lights, had begun. Brenner said that would continue to provide updates during the comment time at meetings going forward. Now, officials say crews were exceeding what they expected to be done each day, and the projects so far are on or ahead of schedule. Work on the track around the stadium is expected to begin in late July as well, and the crews are targeting August 8th for completion of everything inside the fenced area, with August 11th being the completion date for the lights. Following those dates, screening trees will be planted, and you can get more at DarienTimes.com. And in other news, Connecticut State Police are addressing a hacking hoax that popped up on Facebook over the weekend. A message warning users about Jaden K. Smith's friendship request, saying he's a hacker and he has the system connected to your Facebook account. Now, State Police are letting everyone know that it's only a hoax, and just accepting an unknown friend request, though not a great idea, does not by itself give someone the ability to hack your account. Now, in light of this latest hoax, this is a great time to review some simple steps you can take to ensure your account security, police say. Be mindful of personal information you post on social media accounts, to include home addresses, date of birth, and work, as well as your vacation schedules. Also, be aware of security and privacy settings on your social media apps and how those settings impact what information is available to be viewed on your account. And finally, never click on links or download files from sources that you are unfamiliar with. Some good advice there. But let's switch gears, throw it over to Kevin Coleman, who's in this week for Frank Granito with a look at your forecast. Kevin.
Thank you, Kate. Today will be partly cloudy with thunderstorms in the evening time, and actually some of those storms may be severe locally, so be on the lookout for that. Today will be a high around 85. Tonight there will be scattered thunderstorms again throughout the evening time like we mentioned, then partly cloudy overnight with a low of 69. Tomorrow will be partly cloudy. Showers and thunderstorms are likely in the mix in the late afternoon, evening time, high around 87. Now Thursday, cloudy skies during the morning hours followed by scattered showers and maybe even some thunderstorms in the evening time on your commute home. In the late afternoon, high around 85. Friday, mixed clouds with some sun, and again, more thunderstorms in the mix in the evening time as well, high near 70. And Saturday, cloudy skies will become partly cloudy during the day with a few showers developing in the evening. That will be high around 81. And Sunday, we close out the weekend. Unfortunately, it's going to be a rain out. It's going to be on and off showers throughout the Sunday afternoon, high around 80. That will do it for your weather update. Kate, back to you.
All right. Thanks so much, Kevin. I almost said Frank, but Kevin, we're happy to have you on this week. We're going to step out for a break, and when we come back, Donald Lang joins us to take a look back on this day in history. Kevin has your Nutmeg Sports Update, and there's more local news after this.
Celebrate summer with fresh, made-to-order picnic boxes from Walter Stewart's Market. We have delicious summery selections from buttermilk fried chicken to grilled lemon chicken kebab, grilled shrimp Caesar salad wraps, or lobster salad rolls. Our easy-to-carry picnic boxes come with your choice of a meal, as well as a dessert, beverage, and utensils. Order online for simple pickup options. Walter Stewart's Market, 229 Elm Street, New Canaan, and online at stewartsmarket.com.
Did you know heart attacks and strokes are the leading cause of death in America? Protect the health of you and your loved ones. Talk to a doctor about heart disease. Hi, I'm Dr. David Pazer with ProHealth Physicians, encouraging you to stay informed about health matters that affect you.
ProHealth Physicians is on the pulse of social media to share information about health and nutrition with the community. Get up-to-the-minute alerts, including ProHealth Physicians' news and upcoming events. Connecticut's leading group of primary care doctors is just a click away.
I can't believe it.
Well, Dad, you did it. You sold 160 cars. Ready to go back upstairs now?
I think it's time. I wonder how the boys are making out in their new office.
Not what I had in mind, Kyle. What, Dad?
Maybe we should retire. Right now, lease a 2017 Rogue S for only $139 a month. Isn't it time you got Millerized?
If you've ever thought about owning a motor coach or learning about what it's like to travel the open road in superior style and comfort, then contact Dave's RV Center in Danbury, Connecticut. Offering the best quality Class A motorhomes from Newmar, travel trailers and fifth wheel lines from Surveyor, and a toy hauler line from Work and Play. Choose from Newmar's Gas Line, Baystar and Canyon Star, or from Newmar's Diesel Line, Ventana and Dutch Star. And with unparalleled service and maintenance, Dave's RV is committed to keeping you and your motor coach safely on the road and enjoying it to the fullest. Stop by their showroom, 2 Industrial Plaza Road, Danbury, Connecticut, or call 877-483-3866.
Want a new experience in car buying? Skep Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram with one of the largest inventories of new 2- and 4-door Wranglers. We are Connecticut's Wrangler headquarters. Come visit our new Ram Truck Center. Browse our websites, skepchryslerjeep.com or skepdodge.net to find the new Jeep, Chrysler Dodge car, minivan, or Ram truck you've been looking for. Just 2 miles from both I-95 or the Merritt Parkway exit 44. Save thousands right now at the summer clearance event. Going on now through July 31st.
If you're watching this broadcast, you're not alone. The HAN network is available for 200,000 Connecticut cable customers on the Frontier network, and we've also reached more than 2 million viewers on our free live streaming sports, news, and entertainment broadcasts. To reach our rapidly growing audience, contact Advertising Director Jessica Murrin at 203-273-7312 or email jessica@han.network.
Welcome back to this July 11th edition of your coffee break on the HAN Network. I'm Kate Czaplinski, and it's time to throw it over now to Donald Lang to take a look back on this day in history. Don.
Well, Kate, you know, we don't talk about the hobbies of famous people very often, but that all changed 30 years ago. First, though, we go all the way back to 11 1974, Baldwin IV, at age 13, becomes king of the Kingdom of Jerusalem in the Crusader states. Now, Baldwin was afflicted with leprosy. That's him there being carried into battle. The disease would kill him at age 24. If you saw Kingdom of Heaven, he was portrayed by an unrecognizable Edward Norton, and the movie takes plenty of liberties with history, but accurately shows that Baldwin's death inevitably led to the fall of Jerusalem following the Second Crusade. 1804, in New Jersey, a duel occurs in which Vice President Aaron Burr mortally wounds former Secretary of the Treasury Alexander Hamilton. Now, dueling had been popular as a way for the upper class to settle their minor grievances and insults, and the protocol for decades had been that you didn't actually kill your opponent, you simply fired into the ground, thus demonstrating your courage, and both sides could claim their honor had been satisfied. In this case, Hamilton appears to have intentionally fired over Burr's head, and the startled Burr then fired back at Hamilton. Burr was indicted for murder in New Jersey, but the New Jersey Supreme Court dismissed the charge. He actually would finish the remaining year of his term as vice president, though his political prospects, of course, were all but ended on that day. To 1972, the 1972 World Chess Championships begin between challenger Bobby Fischer and defending champion Boris Spassky. Now, the match was noteworthy for a number of reasons. First, Fischer's brilliant play, and also the fact that the Soviets had long treated chess as a way to prove the intellectual superiority of the communist regime. Fischer never defended his title. He was stripped in 1975, and Anatoly Karpov named world champion. Finally, now we go to 1987, Toronto, Canada, for this.
My number one priority is the Kansas City Royals. Any way you look at it, I have to do my job with the Kansas City Royals before I could do anything else. Whatever comes after baseball season is a hobby for Bo Jackson. Just like fishing and hunting, I may pick up another hobby after baseball season.
Jackson hopes to combine football and baseball.
That, of course, was Bo Jackson announcing he had a new hobby, playing NFL football for the then Los Angeles Raiders. He would then go on to play for 5 years. He also continued to play baseball for the Kansas City Royals. That is your look back in history for today, July 11th, and I'm Donald Ing.
All right, thanks so much, Don. Well, in other local news in New Canaan, the Lighthouse Sober House at 909 West Road will remain in operation after the New Canaan Zoning Board of Appeals Monday night denied an appeal by neighbors and upheld the decision of the zoning enforcement officer Steve Palmer that said federal law prohibits housing discrimination against those with disabilities, including those who are recovering from alcohol or drug addiction. Now, the 5 elected members of the ZBA voted unanimously to uphold the town's decision. Lighthouse Principal Tony Canary said after the ZBA hearing Monday, which began back in April, that the result of up to 8 residents is what he asked for at the onset back in January. Now, neighbors of 909 West Road who were at the meeting, including Kristen Harrow, wife of Tom Harrow, who filed the appeal in court against the Lighthouse, were not satisfied with ZBA's decision. But there's more on that at ncadvertiser.com. Let's throw it back over to Kevin Coleman now for a Nutmeg Sports Update. Kevin.
Thanks, Kate. This past weekend, the HN Cruiser made its way to Dunning Field at New Canaan High School for the 2017 Grip It and Rip It Passing Tournament. Now, we had a couple FCIAC teams performing. This was New Canaan Rams, of course, Darien Blue Wave, the Greenwich Cardinals, St. Joseph's Cadets, Fairfield Ludlow Falcons, and the Stanford Black Knights all competed in this big tournament. In the end, there could only be one team crowned as champions, and that was the Iona Prep Gales. The Gales won in dramatic fashion against Stepinac in a great final. And now let's take a look at some of the highlights from this past weekend. And we'll have highlights during at 2 o'clock for Nutmeg Sports. But in national local news, for all you local Yankee fans, Judge was in session last night for you local Yankee fans. New York Yankees slugger Aaron Judge won the 2017 Home Run Derby last night down in Miami. He hit a home run 513 feet, Kate. A remarkable show he put on in Miami last night. You can catch Aaron Judge and a couple other New York Yankees and some Boston Red Sox tonight in the 88th MLB All-Star Game in Miami at 8 p.m. on Fox. Coming up at 2 p.m. on Nutmeg Sports, it'll be myself, Joe Mixie. We'll have a Bridgeport Bluefish update. John Kovac is going to join us. We're going to break down some of the great plays that we saw from this past weekend in the Grip It and Rip It tournament. Be sure to follow us on Snapchat and Instagram as well for some behind-the-scenes footage as we get ready for Nutmeg Sports today. That will that'll do it for your update. Kate, back to you.
All right, thanks so much, Kevin. Well, in other news, Ridgefield's Hoodoo Brown Barbecue will debut its Hogzilla sandwich and Bloody Trinity Mary on the Cooking Channel's Man Fire Food reality show tonight, July 11th at 9 p.m. Now, owner Cody Sperry and manager Chris Sexton opened the restaurant in the spring of 2015 in hopes it would bring something to their hometown that they believed was lacking. Now, in addition to the Hogzilla and Bloody Trinity, which will be highlighted on the Cooking Channel program, Hoodoo Brown has also earned a reputation amongst barbecue fans for its ribs, chicken wings, and pork belly. Now, it's kind of surreal, according to Sexton, who graduated from Ridgefield High School in 2014 with Sperry. Hoodoo will be hosting a viewing party where guests can watch the episode and enjoy free chicken wings. And again, that's going to be tonight at 9 p.m. You can get more details at theridgefieldpress.com. And in other news, Valley Shakespeare Festival, the Naugatuck Valley's only professional theater company, will present its 5th annual free outdoor summer production, Shakespeare's comedy, Twelfth Night, or What You Will. That's going to be at 8 p.m. on the evenings of Thursday, July 13th through Sunday, July 16th at Shelton's Veterans Memorial Riverwalk Park. All 4 performances are free, open to the public, and audiences are encouraged to arrive early with blankets and lawn chairs for picnicking and family time. The park is located at 38 Canal Street East in Shelton, and Friday, July 14th is concert night with food trucks and live entertainment. You can get a lot more at sheltonherald.com, but we're going to step out for a break, and when we come back, we're going to recap some of the top stories we're following today on your coffee break after this.
Want a new experience in car buying? No aggravation, no confrontation, just answers to all your questions. Scap Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Car buying the way you want it to be. With one of the largest selections of new 2- and 4-door Jeep Wranglers available, we are Connecticut's Wrangler headquarters. Located in Fairfield, Connecticut, we're easy to get to. Just 2.5 miles off the Merritt Parkway, exit 44 via Route 58 South. Save thousands right now at the Summer Clearance event. Going on now through July 31st.
You don't have to go far for authentic Neapolitan cuisine and renowned wood-fire pizza. Pizzeria Loretano of Bethel is a contemporary Italian bistro, specializing in authentic wood-fired brick oven pizza Napolitana. Pizzeria Loretano was named one of America's top 1,000 Italian restaurants in 2008 by Zagat, and recommended by Jane and Michael Stern on National Public Radio's Splendid Table. Located close to the Bethel Cinema, we focus on quality, and our food is always made to order. Join us for live jazz Sundays from 6 to 8. Find our schedule, menu, and more at pizzerialoretano.com and like us on Facebook.
At InSports Trumbull, the game is always on inside. Registration is now open for our fitness training programs for high school athletes. The InSports Performance Center is offering blast speed classes, athletic functional movement assessments, and both men's and women's elite speed and strength training. Our premier programs help bring athletes to the next level. Call 203-268-1214 for more information. Like and follow us on Facebook.
School's out, the weather is hot, and the fish are biting. Whether you're heading to the beach or out on a boat, stop in at the dock shop before you go to fill your beach bag or tackle box with everything you'll need for fun in the sun. A new beach cover-up, some sunscreen, or just some bait, the dock shop has you covered from either location. 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport. And yes, you heard that right. Bait is now available in Darien and Westport. The dock shop, 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport. DocShop.com.
I'm Tracy Masella, a licensed clinical social worker at Silver Hill Hospital in New Canaan. Join me each month as we talk with experts on the front lines of the treatment of mental health and addiction. Straight Talk with Tracy, a Silver Hill Hospital production, airs at 12 p.m. on the second Thursday of each month here on the HAN network.
Welcome back to this Tuesday edition of your coffee break on the HAN network. I'm Kate Czaplinski, recapping some of the top stories that we're following today. A longtime custodian at Samuel Staples Elementary School has been arrested on child pornography charges. Derby police charged 49-year-old David Habetz of Derby on June 22nd with illegal possession of child pornography in the first degree. Habetz was released on a $15,000 bond, and his next court date is August 1st. Now, Derby police notified the Easton Department, that according to Chief Tim Shaw. Easton Detective Kent Lyman worked with Superintendent Dr. Thomas McMorrin and Principal Kim Santora Fox, and they supplied everything the detective needed, Shaw said. McMorrin fired Habetz back in March after learning of the investigation. Superintendent McMorrin said to the Easton Courier that, "I find this matter deeply disturbing, as I'm sure all members of our school community do." You can get more on that story at eastoncourier.com. And a Trumbull man is in custody on multiple charges following what police described as a violent sexual assault that took place in a Trumbull home during the overnight hours of July 8th and 9th. Now, 43-year-old Richard Gray faces strangulation and assault charges, as well as interfering with a 911 call. According to police, a female reported to investigators that Gray was angry at her and had been drinking that evening. Gray later confronted the woman and forcefully placed her in a headlock, held her down, and threatened to hit her with a bottle. At one point, the woman said she broke free and tried to call 911, but Gray threw her phone and broke it. Gray then picked her up and threw her into another room where he allegedly sexually assaulted her. Now, after the attack, the woman waited for an opportunity to leave the house, and once safe, she called police. That woman was taken to a local hospital for treatment, and Gray is currently being held on a $250,000 bond. He'll appear in court today. And in other news, Milford police arrested a Trumbull man July 8th and charged him with leaving 3 children alone in a car at the Connecticut Post Mall. On July 8th, Milford police went to the mall after receiving a report of unsupervised children in a car. Police arrested 33-year-old Devin Brown of Trumbull, whom police said left 3 children ages 10, 6, and 22 months alone in a locked running vehicle for about 20 minutes while he went inside the mall. Police also said that there were 2 active warrants for Brown's arrest for failing to appear in court in response to 2 motor vehicle arrests in Trumbull on April 17th and on May 6th. Bond was set at $1,500, and Brown was scheduled to appear in court on August 1st. And in New Canaan, a truck carrying dirt was overturned at a construction site at 353 Millport Avenue. The front windshield was broken, which appeared to be where the driver was removed. People at the scene said no one was injured, and soon after, construction workers were back at work. And the first light pole was installed at Darien High School's stadium on Monday. At the June 20th Board of Education meeting, Superintendent Dr. Dan Brenner informed the board that construction on the stadium at DHS, including the lights, had begun. Brenner said that he would continue to provide updates during his comment time at meetings going forward. Officials say crews were exceeding what they expected to be done each day, and the projects so far are on or ahead of schedule. Work on the track around the stadium is expected to begin in late July as well, and the crews are targeting August 8th for completion of everything inside the fenced area, with August 11th being the completion date for the lights. You can get a lot more on that story at DarienTimes.com. But let's get one final look at the forecast with Kevin Coleman. Kevin.
Thanks, Kate. Looking forward to those lights coming up at Darien High School. That's going to be a lot of fun in the fall. But for your weather, today will be partly cloudy early with thunderstorms developing later in the day, high around 85. Tonight there will be scattered thunderstorms during the evening time, then partly cloudy overnight with a high around 69. Tomorrow will be partly cloudy again with showers and thunderstorms likely again in the late afternoon, high around 87. Now Thursday, cloudy skies during the morning hours followed by scattered showers in the afternoon, high around 85. Friday, mix of sun and clouds and scattered thunderstorms in the late evening time, high near 70. And on Saturday, we go into the weekend. Cloudy skies will become early, cloudy later in the day with a few showers developing in the evening, high around 81. And Sunday, we wrap up the weekend. It's going to be a washout with rain on and off throughout the day, high around 80. That will do it for your weather update. Kate, back to you.
All right, thanks so much, Kevin. Now, before we wrap things up, the Reading Historical Society's 3rd annual Rock and Roots Revival with its lineup of local talent and fireworks was held just a couple of weekends ago. And we want you to take a look at Brian Hafley's video of the band Generational Blues performing Creedence Clearwater Revival's Proud Mary. Take a look. All right, thanks again to Brian Hafley for that video. We are going to wrap things up here on your coffee break. Coming up at 12:30, The Drive with Denise, 2 o'clock Nutmeg Sports, and we'll see you tomorrow for your coffee break at 11. Have a great day.